be pre-recorded.
Here we
Hello.
are.
It's always so great to see each other side by side in separate states.
Oh my gosh. And it's a mega party, our favorite event. Well, everybody, as you're jumping on, as always, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay if you're watching the replay. And I know that we are early in this event, and some of you know this, and some of you, this is the first time you're participating, but tag your stylist when you say hi and let us know where you're watching from so that your stylist knows you're here and can find your wonderful comments among the many that will be on this live.
Yay.
So this is our, what we call the Free Jewels Chat. And on this live, we love to share a bit with you about what we love about our businesses and see if it might be something that could be a fit in your life. So I'm so thrilled to be here tonight with Executive Company Vice President Mary Grace Lewandowski. Some of you know and love her and have seen her a million times. And for some of you, this may be the first time that you're seeing Mary Grace. She has been here at Park Lane for 16 years and came here after 12 years with another company. So she is one of the greatest success stories of direct to point that we have here at Park Lane. And that is, of course, the program, which we'll tell you a little bit about during this. But if you do have direct sales leadership experience, we can talk to you about that and apply that experience to a similar position here that comes with all of those same perks. So anyway, Mary Grace was the top earner at that other company and was tremendously successful and had a calendar full of parties, but had the opportunity for Park Lane to share their programs, our programs, with her. And once you hear about the programs here, it's often hard to stay where you are. So
yes,
she is. And year after year, I saw Mary Grace as the top seller, as the top recruiter, as the top team builder, as the top in team sales, time and time again. And she became the first executive company vice president that had to invent a title for how amazing she was doing and become the first executive company vice president. I have the pleasure of working with her every day, as we all do, because every single stylist in this event is under her tutelage, and all that we know is thanks to her. So, Mary Grace.
I think that's a good place to stop. Now, what I want to do, Missy, is return the favor, because this over here or there, depending on how your screen works, is our wonderful company vice president, Michelle Zito. She too has lots of experience in direct sales, having been with her former company for 14 years. And already, what were we looking at? 12?
Yeah,
you were at
12
Park Lane? Yeah. And, I used to say to my husband that together we were formidable, and it made us feel all tough and strong and we could do anything. But I would say the same thing about Company Vice President Michelle Zito and I. One of my greatest joys is working side by side with her. She is presently the biggest leader in our organization, the highest title, the largest numbers. And we make quite a force along with all of the other leaders and fashion directors that we work with here in Park Lane. And when you were saying my success or the GOAT or whatever, maybe you forgot to say that part. But when you were talking about me, I just couldn't help but think, pinch myself, this is really me. But also, you know what? Seriously, when something brings you so much joy, and you know that you're in a really great place that so many people could benefit from, it's so easy to be good at our job then. It really is. It's so simple for me to share this opportunity, because I truly feel, as do you, Michelle, that it can be the answer to so many people's struggles or needs or whatever you have for a short time, for a long time. So do. And we always want to make sure we say, listen with ears that maybe are, it's not even just about you, but you probably know many people that could benefit from what we have to offer, and they will thank you for sending them our way. So do be sure to stay on and listen, even if you're right, like, got my life, happy with it, never need more money. Oh, and good for you. Don't need any other friends, don't need any other growth opportunities. Okay, good for you. But we still need them. So we want to tell you a little bit about Park Lane. Take it over, Michelle.
Well, sometimes people, when they are considering looking for something that will enhance their income or bring something in to supplement the income they have, replace an income they've lost, they're not sure if even direct sales would be the way to do it, or maybe don't even understand what direct sales is. So, what would you say? How would you describe what direct sales even is, and why it's such a great choice?
Sorry, I get all choked up every time I talk about it. Yeah. I love answering this question because I was like naive enough to not understand the word direct sales. And I think if somebody had said, have you considered direct sales? I'm afraid I would have just said no, not even knowing what it was, but being confused. Like, is that one of those pyramid things or whatever? Oh my gosh, no. Direct sales simply means direct to consumer. We serve as a liaison between the customer and the company. We are product based, like we represent a jewelry line. We're in the fashion business, and we're a party plan. We have an opportunity to share our product with the help of referrals, like people like you out there that are listening now. Like when you introduce us to your friends and family, we're able to share all the great fashion tips and prizes and sales with the people that you bring to us. Okay, so it's quite a different business from multi-level marketing, which is more recruiting based. So we are more, a party plan. And I do love to tell the story. I'm going to tell it really, really fast. But there's many, many proponents out there for direct sales, and financial advisors absolutely love our business. And one really famous one who wrote The Automatic Millionaire, David Bach, he said when he started trying to help people invest money, and he thought, gosh, just even a small amount of money, like $300 to $500 a month, he realized what a struggle that was for people, that they couldn't come up with $300 to $500 a month because most people are living not even paycheck to paycheck, Michelle. Well, you know this. We were both there before we came to Park Lane, but beyond paycheck to paycheck, like where you have debt following you every month, right? And you're wondering, how am I ever going to get out of that? And they didn't have money to invest because they couldn't even pay off what they already had purchased. And this was pretty much the American way. And he said, as he tried to help people problem solve this and come up with extra avenues for income, anything that they were coming up with was going to like upset their life, upset their balance, upset what they'd already determined they wanted for their family or for themselves. And he goes, and that's when I discovered direct sales. And he said, it's the be all and end all because you do it when you can do it. And it's especially true here at Park Lane, and we'll explain that. But you do it around your time schedule. You know what kind of time you have. If you have an hour a month, if you have an hour every 3 months, if you have an hour a day, and you can bring in extraneous extra income that's just totally extra and do with it what you need to do in order to change the direction of your financial future. So I absolutely love it. It's running your own business with none of the overhead and all of the perks.
Yeah, and so with that in mind, what is the dollar amount? I would love for you for those of you watching to share in the comments, what's the amount that really could change your life? Because I know, like, yeah, would all of our lives be changed by $10,000 a month? Sure. Can you make $10,000 a month here? Yes. After building for a bit, certainly you can.
A week?
What's the amount like right now that you're like, if I just had this much, not just even once, but like, remember, it can be every time. I know that for me, it had to be $600 because I was on a
such a good story.
leave. I was on maternity leave from my teaching job at this exact time, June of 2000. And as September was coming, I just knew I wasn't ready to go. But if I was going to continue to stay home, I had to have $600 a month, because I was going to have, my husband, we would have to pay the COBRA so that we could stay on my health insurance. At the time, he was the self-employed one. Yeah. So what was I going to do? And when I had hosted a home party with that other company that I had started with, the girl told me she made $200. So it was like, oh, so if I do 3 parties a month, I'll have $600. And that was exactly what happened. And that was such a great lesson to learn so early in my direct sales career, that it's really a decision. Like, okay, so if you normally make about $200 a party, mind you, this was many years ago. You can do
it's better now.
But $200 a party to start. Then, because then it was like, oh, well, since I did that so easily in July, then in June, then let me try 6 parties, in July. And then when someone wanted to join me, oh, you get a raise for that. And that's the beauty of direct sales as well, that as you build, you make money not just on your personal sales, but on those that are on your team. And unlike other companies, Park Lane pays you on everybody on your team infinitely. Every week, all year round. Yeah. So that is really, what's the decision you'd make as far as, this is the number that would make me successful, so that you would be able to say, yes, my Park Lane business is amazing. So share with us that number, because it really can be that simple, where your leader.
Sometimes it's for a reason.
Totally.
Sometimes for a season, maybe it's like, I just need $350 in order to send my kid to a certain sports camp or something, right? And it's like, we're right here with the answer for you guys, right here with the answer.
Jennifer Ewart always shares that she started, her reason was to pay down student debt. She and her husband had tremendous student debt, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that, whether it's your own or your child's, that you're trying to help them chip away. And that was her reason. But then once they did it, it felt so good that they were like, you know what, let's do the credit cards. And then when they did that, it was like, wow, we're so ahead. Let's just say yes to the kids more. And then it was like the yes to the season tickets to, the museum and this and that. And then she ended up quitting her full-time job and is one of our, greatest full-time leaders here. So it's amazing how a reason can be a reason, but a reason can turn into a season, could turn into
because it expands, and the like what you seek is can fulfill what you can fulfill here begins to oh yeah. So, but you gotta take that first step.
So if this is sounding good so far, where you're like, yeah, I'd love to work something around the life I already live. I take care of my parents. I have kids. I'm always from dance to saxophone to the soccer field to here to there. But there are a lot of things that I could sell. I do. If you're in this event, you probably already like jewelry. I know we have tons of customers in here that need no convincing about why jewelry would be a great product, but not everyone. So with that, why do you think jewelry is such a great choice? Both of us came from completely other industries.
Yes.
So we need the convincing, actually. Well,
Michelle came from cooking and I came from candles, and you can probably figure that out, and they both started with P. One of their top people in both those companies, and we kind of fell into it. I mean, it was serendipitous. It was kind of like we went to a show, separate lives at that time, didn't even know each other, but I thought, oh, maybe I can do this, right? Well, when we saw concerns, when we began to have concerns with our original companies, because lots of different changes, and when you're in the higher echelon of a company, you can see what's going on, and you can, think, but when we decided to change, I know myself, I purposely went for jewelry, because now I was more savvy, and now I knew, and the market for jewelry is just full out. There is no kind of demographic that doesn't wear or buy jewelry, right? Also, it stands the test of time. Like, jewelry's been around for 150,000 years. The very first jewelry was made out of snail shells, and they're showing $43 billion forecast, which just blows my mind. So jewelry's not going anywhere, and that's great. The other thing is it's very inexpensive to ship and store. And probably one of the most dramatic, wonderful things is that we wear our jewelry. If you've been wearing a frying pan on your head, or I was carrying around a 3-wick candle, I'm thinking it would hurt our customer base, not make it better, but we are like walking around with our jewelry on, as are our customers and anybody else, and it brings referrals, it brings compliments, it brings us, like a cold lead can turn into a warm lead. And that is in itself is just absolutely unbelievable. There's way more reasons why we love jewelry, but those are the main ones that I wanted to touch on.
So, because Park Lane is clearly the best of the jewelry companies, and honestly, we've seen so many others even go out of business, so we don't even have to like defend that position, honestly.
No.
But I think that when people are looking for a business, they want to know, especially if you've even dabbled in another company, that the longevity of the company is important.
Very.
That the programs that the company has is important. So before we do, I feel like it would be fun to do a back and forth tag team about the programs. But do you want to just tell them first, like who Park Lane is? Because I feel like so many people have jumped on a startup and been burned, or jumped into just, something that the company wasn't strong enough from the beginning to sustain longevity. And clearly
changes.
that's not the case here. So why don't we tell them about that first, and then we'll delve into the program.
Yeah, you're right. Because some of the writing on the wall was when we began to see that they were changing some of the programs, at our other companies. They were giving away less. They were paying us less. They were taking things away. Park Lane has promised that they will never take anything away. They will only enhance it. And that is exactly what's happened and what I've seen in the last 16 years. So first of all, Park Lane is family owned. And unless you've worked for a family owned company, you may not realize the security and just the splendor of that, because they treat us like family. They've been around since 1955. They're cash rich, they're debt free, and they have their 3rd generation in their work in the business for the next go around. And these are all really, really important things, good things. I always say it's the security of a cash rich, well-established company with the newness of a startup company, because we are constantly coming up with new ways to show the products, to market. I swear, Michelle, I really think we get new jewelry almost every day. It's definitely every week, but here lately it's been multiple times. So there's always something new and exciting about the company. And the other thing is its programs. Michelle, speak to like that customer sale, because that's what everything else,
it's so true, because you don't have that. That was something that even when I went on my interview, I was like, do people even want what this is? Because if people aren't going to purchase the product, it doesn't matter what other programs you tell me about, right? It doesn't matter, because are they going to want to host? Are they going to want to join? So the customer program is the one that many of you are already so familiar with, right? So put a 1 in the comments if you've taken advantage ever of our customer sale, where you got to take advantage of your 2 lowest price pieces, like a pair of Sunray earrings in the 30s price point, so that then you could take 4 more pieces at half price. And then those pieces get to be any price at all. That is our everyday customer sale. So it's funny. So many people will say, oh, wait, I still get to do that. You get to do that every day. You could place an order every day this week, and your 2 lowest price pieces are going to be the regular price pieces. You can take up to 4 more. You don't have to, you're entitled to. Then there are the bonus items. Now, the typical sale is that with a $90 purchase, you get to take your highest price piece, like this Oceanic necklace, well over $100 normally, you get it for $35. Now, it so happens that you all are involved in this incredible event where it's with a $60 purchase, you get BOGO bonus item. The first piece, the $35 of any price. The second piece, up to $100, like the marshmallow bracelet, absolutely free. So how many of you have already? Can you put double in the comments if you've already placed 2 orders on this event that just started?
Yeah.
Or if you've placed numerous orders using this sale that actually started about a week or two ago, how many of you have done triple the amount of orders, quadruple the amount of orders? Because this is the time to take advantage of that. And then that helps us build the business, right? How many of you booked a party so that your friends could take advantage of this? That's the beauty of the customer sale, is that not only are we able to help you be happy and get great things, but then you get excited to share the same sale with your family and friends, which
Yes.
brings us to program
Number
number
two.
two, which is our hostess program. And that's the one you see so many companies getting rid of now, which
Yes.
is really cutting off their nose to spite their face. Because when companies get rid of their customer program because they no longer want to pay for those gifts
Hostess.
for the
Mhm.
hostess, well, then that takes away the platform for all of the consultants of that company to meet brand new people, the lovers of their product. Here at Park Lane, we forever have people saying, yes, please, Michelle, please, Mary Grace, please, Jennifer, please, Seisha, everybody out there, please wow my friends and family with this sale.
Yes.
So that they can shop it, and then so that they
Yeah.
will get those free.
It's in our DNA to share a sale. We want to share a sale, and then other people want to share the sale. And the number one reason people want to have a get together is to share our sale with their friends. Sometimes they don't even realize that they're going to get $400 to $1,000 in free and discounted jewelry for sharing us with their friends. And there's so many different forums to do that now. 78% of my team does strictly online. I mean, there's so many different forums. And then it brings us to our final program. Well, we have a lot more than that, actually, but the profit program. And it's like, come on, we all do jobs to make money for the most part, right? I mean, there's lots of different perks, but growth and all that, but money, okay? So the customer sale sets it up in such a way that our customer is absolutely thrilled with how much she gets. Absolutely thrilled. She's leaving with multiple items. Now, remember when I told you earlier about how we wear our product? We are thrilled because we want our customers wearing 6, 7, 8 products all different days of the week and getting all different kinds of compliments, right? Okay. Same with our hostesses. They get tons and tons and tons. Well, one of the things that is so awesome about the customer sale is we get paid on that. And our average order in Park Lane is over $100. They're thrilled. They're not buying one piece for that. They've got bunches for that. We're thrilled because we get paid a percentage, right? So yeah, we want it to be a higher percentage. I know some people are like, oh, I want to sell $5 jewelry. That'll be easy to sell. I'm like, easy to sell, but hard to make money, right? I mean, how much do you have to sell in order to make a profit on that? So I absolutely love that that's happening. We have additional perks here at Park Lane too. We are the highest paid rep in the industry. We are the largest direct sales jewelry company in the industry. We are a full service jewelry company, meaning we don't have just a romance product like most companies do. And we've been around the longest. So we have like just so many different things going for us, but also we are one-uppers. So we always want to do what every other company does and then maybe even a little bit better. So some companies have a trip every year. Yeah, we have 2. 2 trips a year that you can earn. Some people have like you can do like a little car payment or something. Yeah, we can do white Mercedes every month. Okay. And something that I just cannot, I should say more often is we are so special in the fact that you can earn free jewelry every single month, like up to $1,000 in free jewelry every single month of your career. Plus, when we purchase our own jewelry, should we choose to, we get paid on that. So even as just a user, even as just a regular jewelry purchaser, get the friends and family discount by coming on over to Park Lane. It's a very smart thing to do. And now you just turned everything into a tax write-off instead of an expense. And you know what, Michelle?
Something that I feel like is so important. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to toss this in because you made mention of like another type of jewelry sales. And I always really like to make sure you understand that at Park Lane, you do not keep inventory. All the jewelry around you is your samples that you get to wear all the time. So when I sell this oceanic necklace at a party, I still keep mine. Like this is mine. Park Lane sends it. So when I show the Zoe bracelets at a party, I then take these Zoe bracelets and put it back in my bracelet box right next to me here. And the same set gets shown at the next party. I didn't have to buy 50 of these, put them in
No.
shelves,
Oh my
turn my
gosh,
home
no.
into a warehouse, lose an entire bedroom in my home, not be able to park my car in the garage because of all the inventory. Because then your profit is sitting in your house instead of sitting in your bank account.
Yes.
So I really want you to understand that what you have is samples. That includes what comes in your kit. That includes what you earn with your starter party, any party you put in that you could take the host benefits on, and the jewelry that you earned in the Rich Rewards that Mary Grace just mentioned. All of that is yours to wear, to enjoy, to use as you see fit. Give it away in raffles, however you want to do it. But it's
Sell it
yours
in a sample sale. Sell it at a vendor fair.
and then when people order, Park Lane sends it in their box that they box up, that they ship out. And you put this right back into your samples.
And all your customers get brand new, beautiful,
yes,
pristine
and your
stuff.
profit isn't hung up in that you made a mistake in choosing, right? And if you've ever sold cosmetics and bought 50 of the wrong lipstick that expired and you had to throw it away.
Yeah, no.
And other products out there that required inventory, you're not having that happen here.
That's a really great thing to bring up. And then this is huge. I probably should have led with this. And if you've ever been with another company in direct sales, then you know that they had some kind of minimum. Every single month there was a minimum. Here at Park Lane, we're not having that. No, we will not lead with fear and intimidation. We will lead only with anticipation and joy. So there are different like little things you can reach for that we've mentioned that will help get you out of bed and get going and want to succeed, that whatever your financial goal was that month. But we will not penalize you. So like I'm an executive company vice president. Michelle is a company vice president. Just wanted to make sure you write that down. But we always will be. We could walk away from our business for months at a time, years at a time. When we decided to come back, should we come back? We would still be at the title that we are right now. And that is huge. Okay. So really like somebody gets sick, something's going on in your life, whatever, it's not stressful that like, oh, but I have to do this certain amount. I'm going to lose everything I worked for. So that's humongous. And we probably should lead with that. Michelle, why now?
Well, here's the thing. Anytime you're thinking about trying something is the right time to start. I always get very nostalgic at this time of year because I literally started in direct sales in June of 2000. This is my anniversary. I thought it was such a fun time to get started. I remember doing like backyard parties and I felt like people were very relaxed. And then when the busy because holiday shopping kind of starts now with the early birds, but definitely September, October, I wasn't new anymore. I was like, I had it going on. I had a system, a routine, and I made a ton of money through the holidays. And that's the time frame we're talking right here. But here's the thing. We are now 28 minutes into this, and you're like, I've heard it. I'm in. What do I do, right? So everybody, do you know how easy it is to get started? That if you have a party open with your stylist right now, that you could just immediately turn that into your launch, and whatever the sales are on that party, you can earn the full commission on that party. You still get all that hostess credit.
Yes.
That becomes part of your kit. You then, for $129, get to pick out $500 in more jewelry for your kit. And then again, you keep that paycheck, and your stylist, using the resources that we provide to you as a team, all of the graphics that Mary Grace provides as a leader, all of the party scripts and everything that you need is immediately at your fingertips. The minute you purchase a kit, you have a website 30 seconds later. So if you're like, I'm in, you can contact your stylist. And when you complete the survey tonight, simply say, yes, sign me up now. And you can have a website and be part of this organization in the next 10 minutes. You can also have your party first and then sign up at the end of the party where we tell you, here's your paycheck. Here's the amount of jewelry you're getting. What do you think? So it's really just a matter of, do you want to sign up today? Do you want to sign up after your party? But please know that we launch you into the business by wowing your friends and family with that party. We're working for you.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
When people go, how do I get customers? I'm like, oh, we'll get those for you.
Yeah, that's important what we're doing for you.
Yeah.
So I think it's survey time, Mary Grace. We're putting into the comments a survey for you to complete where you're going to let us know your current status. What did you think? Do you have any questions? I'm sure you have questions. Put that into the comments so that we can get with you. If you need a link to get signed up, your stylist will provide it. If you need a launch party set up, we're going to get it dated with you so that you can become a part of this. And if you heard this, it's definitely not for you, but you thought of someone it could be for, that you can let us know as well. And please invite them into this event and let your stylist know who they are so that we can get them this information as well.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this has made a momentous, is it momentous change in your life? Because you just never know. Most of us fall into this by accident, something we didn't even consider, and then go, what if? What if I would give this a try? And it could be the answer to a lot of things. We would love to have you. Very fun community of men and women lifting each other up every single day. Thank you so much for being who you are. And we will look forward maybe to working with you. Thanks, Company Vice President Michelle Zito.
Thank you, Executive Company Vice President. And remember, this is called the Free Jewels Chat because someone completing that survey is winning some free jewels.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Have a great rest of your night. And we really look forward to a fantastic event with all of you. Bye, everybody.